What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be jumping into some Mythic Ladder, trying to see if we can make Akul the Unrepentant work in Standard. Let's get into the deck right here. Alright, and today we are playing a deck I'm calling No Repenting. We've committed sins, grievous crimes. Will we repent? We're playing Akul the Unrepentant. 2 black, 2 red, 5/5 flying trample. I know, that's a really good stat line, isn't it? But it's better than that. Sacrifice 3 other creatures. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. Those aren't bad things, though. We don't care. We want to activate it on our turn, and once the turn is perfectly fine. What are we trying to cheat into play? Good old Toxrill and good old Etali. And then also we have 1 copy of Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, because he's just a solid 6/6 flying trample that causes our opponent to either sacrifice or let us draw a bunch of stuff. And Olivia, because since we're running Bitter Triumph in the deck and we also have some blood tokens going on, we could potentially just discard one of these big threats and then put an Olivia Crimson Bride onto the battlefield and attack and get one of these things with haste. So to enable this, we are playing Voldaren Epicure and Greedy Freebooter as cheap 1 mana creatures for sacrificial fodder. Both things also make artifacts at some point, which we can use to Gleeful Demolition, which gives us the 3 creatures we need to sacrifice to Akul the Unrepentant right away. Bloodtithe Harvester as a way to produce more blood tokens and cast our Gleeful Demolitions, and also being a removal spell on a stick is quite useful. Lord Skitter by himself can provide the 3 creatures that we need. If we play him on turn 3, he makes a rat, and then on the following turn he makes another rat. We can sacrifice him and the 2 rats. So by himself he fulfills Akul's necessary 3 creatures, and then Lagomos Hand of Hatred, because he also can create an additional token, so gives us an additional creature that we can sacrifice to Akul. And then the fact that we can search our library if 5 or more creatures died this turn is not completely unreasonable. We can actually trigger this by sacrificing Bloodtithe Harvester and killing something, and then attacking with a bunch of our little guys and having some stuff die. We can just sacrifice or we can just search our library for free pretty much with Lagomos to go and fetch our Akul or one of our big things that we need. The deck is a ton of fun. It's super explosive, and we often just have people scooping as soon as they see what we're doing, and it's just a lot of fun. So make sure you stick around until the end to see those stats. I always try my best to play at least 40 games to make sure that when I present a deck to you that it's actually got a little bit of wear and tear on it before I show you. So stick around for that, and let's get into some games. All right, we found somebody. A name I can't pronounce. Well, good day to you, sir. Surname I can't pronounce, or madam name I can't pronounce. We get to go first. We have an Epicure. We have Akul. We have Etali. We have everything we need in hand except for 1 land. Opponent plays a Spirebook now. We will get in. Opponent is going to play with fire our Voldaren Epicure. That is unfortunate. But Lord Skitter by himself is enough if they don't have a way to remove him and all his glory. We will take the cliffs. There's the land we needed. Lord Skitter, make a rat, exile their play with fire, and hope he sticks around. Stormcarved Coast, Simulacrum Synthesizer, we don't really care about that. Not right this moment anyway. Keeps 2 on the top. Alright, well, we're gonna snag one of those 2 things. They actually have a Fading Hope. Oh, that is frustrating. Alright, well, we'll get in there for 4. Opponent has a Thran Spider. That's not really hurting us any. They get a big dude out of it, but we're going to play Akul, and now we don't have to sacrifice Skitter, so go to combat. No attacks. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Put an Etali into play. Rebooter. And... unfortunately, we can't cast that, so... I would have thought we could pay the extra 2 mana. I guess this technically is counting as casting, so no, it doesn't work. So we don't get a whole lot out of it, but... opponent has a double Abrade, I guess? Or Abrade Blade Fire, I guess that works. They can't attack, though. And we just have another one, so... get rid of the Abrade. No attacks. Let's... they're gonna scoop it up. We're gonna sacrifice and put Rakdos, and then they would have been forced to sacrifice or let us draw. They would have had to sacrifice one of their non-token permanents, so that would have been good. Anyway, we got there. Who is next? It is RJ13. Let us begin. Opponent is going first. We do have the good Gleeful Demolition opener, but we need to draw Akul, and we need to draw something to play with Akul. Although this could just be a good, like, beatdown with a bunch of tokens strategy. We'll see. Opponent is on Boros something. Mono faces Kakazan. And a Lunarch Veteran. Interesting. We will play a Blood Tithe Harvester. Go ahead, attack. See what the opponent is up to. Baird. Okay. That is obnoxious because that just makes tokens all by itself now. Lagomos. I suppose we will play Lagomos. We will kill Baird. Because none of that, please. And we'll get in. Aw man, too bad Lagomos doesn't have haste. We could have totally actually used his ability for like the one time it's actually useful. Opponent flips an etching, plays a Luminous Phantom. They can't attack. Well, they can, but they probably won't. There we go. Yep, so we will play a Takanuma. We will play a Blood Tithe Harvester. We will play a Greedy Freebooter. Get in. Saving these blood tokens for right now because we just like Gleeful Demolition is nice, and I plan on using one of them, but with only the one red mana, I'm gonna play like a Harvester over a Demolition. Another Mono faces Cockman. Opponent's stuck on lands, but we'll take it. When it gets in for one. Ow! My turn. Another Epicure. Alright, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna drop the Epicure. Toxrill. Toxrill would be great if we had what we need. We actually need another red. Well, I'm gonna Gleeful Demolition. Go ahead and get some. Go ahead, get in, get in. Pass the turn. We should pretty easily, actually, with the Harvester on the field and all these little tokens, we might actually be able to trigger Lagomos to go and fetch what we need. We need another red, because we can't play Azul until we have another red. There's another red. Or the Freebooter dying would help, too. Honestly, I think I'm gonna sack the harvester to get rid of this etching. Get in, get in, get in, get in, and then if he blocks any of this, he does not choose to block any of it. Go ahead and gleeful this. Make a bunch more tokens. Pakal. Well, if he wants to attack with everything, we can go and fetch Azul. At some point, he's gonna have to block enough things for enough stuff to die. Or we're just gonna draw the Azul. Cool. We just drew him. That's fine. Sacrifice the freebooter so we get the treasure and draw and scry. We don't need any more lands on top. Put the Toxrill in play. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Let's see if he doesn't read and he blocks with like the etching and stuff. He is gonna block with the etching. And he's gonna block with the Aniba. He's blocking the 2-1 with the knee. He's gonna lose his entire board. This is gonna be brilliant. Here it comes. Read the card. Let's go get an Etali. Why not? Oh, that was beautiful. Toxrill the Corrosive, still just breaking hearts. There we go. GG. Ready, ready, ready. Exceribus. Exceribus. We go first. We have things to play and lands to play them with. That is all I can really ask for in a game of Magic the Gathering, you know? Lands and things to play with the lands. We'll play a swamp. We will play a harvester so that we have fodder for the gleeful. Opponent plays another swamp. So we are playing against removal.deck as exhibited. There's a cool. But we need lands. Although him killing these freebooters would also work. We also need something big to cheat and to play with a cool, so we'll get there. Opponent has a Preacher of the Schism. Okay, we do not draw land. I'm gonna get in with one freebooter. Opponent's gonna block it. Beautiful. Keep the land on top. We will play Lagomos. I'm playing the Lagomos because I'm fairly confident he's going to attack with the Preacher and we'll get the block with the freebooter. So we'll still have... Opponent's gonna play Realm... What? Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree in mono black, whatever this is. Okie dokie. We'll get in there like this. No blocks. Are they running board wipes? Is this actually just a control deck and they're playing like Issa? Interesting. Interesting. All creature cards exiled with Keisha, and then they gain decayed. So she gets to steal our stuff, but it gets decayed. So let's play Voldaren Epic here. Discard the extra Sewer King. Try to find a land. We do find a land. Opponent blocks, takes 3. Gotta pressure that life total. We have Akul, but we need to draw Shieldred. Okay, well, we have to sack a non-token creature. I guess I'd rather give them the freebooter. We'll play Akul. So we get in. Wait, we can't actually trigger Lagomos. Because if they don't technically die, right? Want to block, block, block. Keep blocking the rats that we can just make more of every turn, which is a little strange, but opponent gets the freebooter. Has Decayed. It only exiles our stuff. Their stuff, they still get their death triggers, so opponent makes a vampire.
You fight for me.
If I ever just find a Toxrill or an Etali, we should be in good shape. We just need to find a big fat fatty. Unfortunately, we're just drawing duplicates of things we already have, so let's just pass. Opponent's not doing anything too crazy right this second, so I'm not gonna... Problem is with geese. Oh, that is such a frustrating thing because now they get it. Deep Cavern Bat, so now they can. I mean, we can't cast any of the stuff in our hand anyway, so this isn't really hurting us. But what I really need is I need to draw a removal spell for Gisa. Geese is the problem right now. Because without our stuff actually dying, which we did not draw a removal spell, unfortunate. Alright, opponent's got this one. Without a removal spell, we just can never trigger Lagomos, which means we can't dig for things. So, GG. We tried. Lark! It's a lark! We get to go first. Well, I mean, we don't have anything to do for the first couple of turns, but I mean, Lord Skitter is enough by himself to get a Toxrill on the battlefield, so I think we'll try it. If we were on the draw, I would mulligan. And now I wish we'd mulliganed, because we're probably playing against blue-white control. Rest in peace. Is it control? Control... I feel like they don't play... No, it's not. Not traditional control. Okay, it's... There we go. It's artifacts. You got it, buddy. Alright, so we don't have a land. That's unfortunate. So we are going to Bitter Triumph. Pay 3 life, kill the spider. We are going to Gleeful Demolition this token they gave us. Thank you. And they... They're so mad that they gave us something to Gleeful Demolition. We had We had the thing. We didn't even need it. It was just nice not to have to play the Epicure first. Oh. Our wait has come to an end as we find Berserker 34 to play a match against. Welcome to Severin 7's MTG channel, where we are playing a Rakdos deck against Berserker 34. You like my calming announcer style? Should I just do all of my videos like this? Welcome, I'm Severin 7. Opponent is going first. We have spells that we can cast, so we're going to keep our hand. Okay, I'll stop. That's just gonna be my new shtick. Like all my videos, I'm just gonna do like a really calming announcer voice for the entirety of the video. Just MTG videos to fall asleep to. Opponent played a forest. Opponent played an island, so it's looking like, ooh, okay, it's some kind of poison control deck. I'm assuming we're gonna see some white lands here somewhere. Bant poison is typically pretty popular, or it might just be, okay, it might just not be. Ooh, okay, this is getting juicy. We got the lands we need. Lord, skitter it up. I would Gleeful Demolition, but we don't really need to. Make a rat. Exile the thing. No attacks. Opponent plays an island and Venerated Rot Priest. Alright, so we've got to deal with them pretty quickly. So let's get our cooldown. See if the opponent has a March of Swirling Mist. Well, they're going to let us go to combat. I'm absolutely going to get in there, because I don't think the opponent will block it. Not both. If they block both, we're happy. Absolute worst case scenario is they have some kind of pump spell and we lose both creatures, and then we have to Gleeful next turn and play Etali, but that's fine. Opponent is blocking with the Rot Priest, but they probably just have... Yeah, okay. So that's not actually going to kill our Lord Skitter. They take 3. We sacrifice. I'm gonna keep the harvest. No, let's keep Lord Skitter. They told him to repent and he said no. I'm gonna make friends with dinosaurs instead, because I'm a scorpion dragon rogue and that's what I do. I guess that was probably the weakest Etali we could have hoped for, but I mean, not gonna proliferate anything. We'll take the freebooter. We still got quite a bit of power on board though. Opponent experimentally augurs. They find a card, they proliferate our poison. Can they kill us this turn? Doubling up on proliferation triggers is pretty good. I don't think it matters. Let's get rid of slip out the back, I guess. Let's go attack. Like that. Opponent just takes it. Question is, do we try to kill this Rot Priest? One card that we don't know about. Could it really be a slip out the back? What are the odds? I mean, I think we do it. I don't think not doing it is the right answer. Because the worst case scenario is he uses it. Okay, he didn't have it. But the worst case scenario is that he uses it and then he has Canker Bloom and whatever he draws this turn, and he probably couldn't kill us from that position. So I think we're good. Yep. Bye-bye, Mr. Infect. Or Toxic. Not Infect anymore. Tell him an MTG old head. Oh boy, Kirby on fire. I'm ready to play. Are you ready to play? Opponent goes first. We have Greedy Freebooter, 2 removal spells, and an Etali. What do we need to draw to make this work? We need to draw Akul. And we need to draw some other thing that makes creatures. That's not asking that much. 2 removal spells feels pretty good. I think we'll keep. White. Yeah, there's a Lagomos. That's pretty good. Turn 1 freebooter. Turn 2 kill something like that. It's annoying that they're gonna get the stupid token anyway. I don't think I'm gonna block. I want to block, but ooh, Blood Tithe Harvester would be a great play. But I need to get rid of Baird, so we're gonna pay 3 life. Get rid of Baird. Get in because we're not gonna block. So we need a land and an Akul. And then we're golden. Neem Pakal. That's gotta go. Haunted Ridge, there's the land. I think this time we're gonna discard a card. I think the card is gonna be Blood Tithe Harvester. No attacks this time. We'll dare an epic here for the opponent. And Gleeful, so it's like some weird version of Boros. And here comes the Night Ranger of Eos. The Errant of Eos. Get it mixed up with the Ranger of Eos from the good old days. Opponent finds another Eos and a Warden of the Sky, which they play. Alright, we need a cool, and we need him like right now. Don't even think that's going to be good enough, to be honest. Opponent scries to the top. Alright, play Lagomos. Get in for 2. They're going to block us with the Knight Errant. We're not dead, but we are very, very not okay. But I need... Alright. Opponent is just going crazy. Here's what's going to happen. Opponent's going to attack. We're going to block what we can. So we're going to block the 2. We're not going to block anything else. We're going to take our beats. If we block anything else and we draw a cool, we can't sack. We're going to go to 4. We're going to draw a cool. And we're going to play Etali, and then Etali into Toxrill. Or we're not going to do that. Dang it. Oh, I've been having good luck with calling my shots lately, but not today apparently. GG, opponent. I found you, Tyrant D85. It's time for a match against me. We get to go first. We have Blood Tithe Harvesters, Akul, and Etalis. So we just need to find lands and some other creature. Or a Gleeful Demolition. Another Akul was not on the menu. If we have to, we can use these blood tokens to cycle. Lord Skitter. I think it's better to play the Harvester than to sack a token right now. And then next turn, if we can't find a land and we're in desperation mode, we will sack a token. Simulacrum Synthesizer. That card is busted. Everybody's playing it. I played it not that long ago. 2 on the bottom, though. That's good for us, right? Hey, look, a land! All right. We just need one more land. One more land. Doesn't really matter which color it is. World Waker Helm. Oof. Man, we gotta get this going real quick. That is not a land. Well, we are going to ditch one Akul. We found the land. It's gonna be a little late. I'm just gonna go all in. This is still a lot of damage. It's still 7 damage, puts them down to 5. They can only block one of these things. That's fine. So we can sack the 2 rats and freebooter, get an Etali, and then we have we have lethal in the air potentially. But Etali should help us kind of like stabilize. The fact that they can just make copies of these tokens every turn is really annoying. If they don't have a 5th mana, though, they can't do that and play an artifact big enough to trigger Simulacrum Synthesizer, so... we will have to see. Opponent needs to make quite a few... Opponent needs to make some creatures this turn. Because we might actually, honestly, be able to just kill them without Akul if they don't do anything too crazy. Well, no, we'll still need Akul. Opponent plays Annex Sentry. That's a very, very good card to play against us. So they're going to hit a Harvester, I imagine. That triggers the Synthesizer, so they get 2 more blockers. So we are going to have to win with Akul. All right. Akul the Unrepentant. Bet you weren't expecting to see this card today. We get a treasure, we scry. I don't think we care about the land. Get an Etali. Is that a Toxrill? It's a Toxrill! Ooh! Oh! Oh, that's juicy. Oh boy, that is chef's kiss. The opponent doesn't have double white currently. These are maps, not treasures, right? Okay, yeah, so currently they don't have double white, so they don't have a way to wipe the board right this second. They could definitely wipe the board. If they draw a white source, we're probably just gonna cry, because we'll never cast this Etali. I mean, that's not true. If it's a destruction-based board wipe, then we get a treasure from the freebooter. Fabrication Foundry is not going to do it. Grand Spider does give them a blocker for the Akul. What? I was like, why are they attacking with the Annex Sentry? They just scoop it up. All right. GG. Too tough prof. Too tough prof. Too tough prof. Opponent goes first. I will keep. Our lands are a little awkward. I'm gonna play the Haunted Ridge because I want to play a Harvester on. I'd rather play a Harvester on 2. Oh, I played the wrong creature. Oops. Deep Cavern Bat. Oh no, he's gonna take our Akul the Unrepentant. If he's smart, he takes Akul the Unrepentant. He might take Lord Skitter. That's not the right choice, though. We can find more ways to play like that. Maybe he has another bat. I'm gonna get in because this gives us a treasure and he's not gonna block. We need another land. If we draw a land, we're just golden. Go for the throat, sure. Generous plunder. Oh boy. If we don't draw a land, he's just gonna give us the treasures. We didn't draw the land. Alright, well, I'm gonna get in with one of the freebooters. He's probably not gonna give us the treasure. Well, let's see if he's being smart. He knows we need okay, well, I mean, if he's gonna get in, we're gonna get our treasure and we're gonna get our stuff, so. Mills us, we don't care about that. We'll block here, we'll block here. Take a couple damage, get a token, scry. You can keep Lord Skitter on top. Play Akul. We'll keep the land. Toxrill onto the battlefield. Start shrinking his stuff. Opponent's got a couple cards left. He does give us a treasure this time. The Vadmir is big and scary now. He has a cut down, so he's forcing us, if we want to block, he's forcing us to block with... Okay, so we take 2. We're at 7, so we can afford... I mean, I guess we're blocking this. Kind of have to. We take some damage, but we get nice, cool tokens. We'll play a Lord Skitter. Make a rat. Exile a thing. Get in like this. Sacrifice these treasures to sacrifice a slug. Draw a card. I should have left one slug back. Because now we're going to lose our Skitter, but that's okay, because we have another one. That's all he's doing this turn, then we're okay. And it is a 3/3, so it does at least die. Thanks to Toxrill, we get another slug. Opponent plays Magda. Oh. Toxrill will take care of Magda by himself. I mean, let's leave a slug back just to not be silly. Because he does have another Restless Reef, so. We get another slug. Feeling pretty good. I don't think we're in too much danger anymore. Sacrifice a creature. So we do. Oh my goodness. He does have ways to deal direct damage to us. We got to be careful. Okay. Good enough. GG. I'm ready. Gene Negro. Yeah. I can't pronounce things. We get to go first. This is a great looking hand. We just need some lands. So Cliff, Booter, Monastery, Swiftspear for the opponent. No blocks. And Harvester. Let's hold back just in case, because I kind of want to find a land. So Swiftspear. When it gets in, I'm gonna block with a Booter this time. He's probably got a Monstrous Rage. So we're doing this more for the Scry and the treasure. Down to 13. Lord Skitter on top. Lord Skitter's pretty good, but we need lands. Need lands. There's a land. Hooray! We did it. Okay, so we'll play Bloodtithe Harvester. Pass the turn. Now we do need one more creature, unfortunately. But being able to get a cooldown next turn is... Man, that's unfortunate. Alright. Odin has the Lightning Strike. At this point, I will just block the other Swiftspear if he attacks with it. He chooses not to. We'll take the 3. Lord Skitter was a very good draw there. Exile the Monstrous Rage. I'm going to go ahead and... no attacks. I'm going to go ahead and kill this one. Pass the turn. Then we can play Akul next turn. If he doesn't have a way to kill us this turn. Mono faces Cockazone. That's pretty good. Ah, the Lightning Strike. So frustrating. Just keeps keeping us off of our creatures. Gets in for 3. We're down to 6. Epicure is fine next turn. For this turn, we're just going to go ahead and play Akul. Might as well get in there with the rat, because we can't block with it. Let's see what the opponent has here. I mean, Akul's a decent blocker, but they have a lot of pump, so... They put a Slick Shot. That technically works. Get an Etali first. This Toxrill's not really going to be doing a lot of work. Oh, we'll get a Toxrill anyway. And I suppose we'll pump up our Etali a little bit. Why not? Not gonna attack with Akul because that's how we just die to the Slick Shot. We could still just die to the Slick Shot, to be honest. But if we don't, this is a pretty hard board state for him to deal with. Lightning strikes our face. Does he have a way to give the Slick Shot trample? He does not. Alright, well then we should be good. Epicure. Ah, man, I think we still have to leave the Akul back. I think we just get in with the Etali because we don't have lethal. It makes no sense at all not to block here. Like, soak up the 2 damage and deny me. Well, I would have gotten the slugs regardless, but soak up the 2 damage. I mean, it makes no sense to just take it when you know you're going to lose those creatures. We got there. But yeah, that was a close game. Whew. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. So, 40 games, 60%. Not bad, especially for such a kind of off-the-wall deck that I decided to try to make work. I just really liked Akul the Unrepentant. I think Scorpion Dragon Rogue is such a funny creature type, and he's just a really solid creature by himself. I mean, a 4-mana 5/5 Trampler is solid. I mean, we prioritize 4-mana 6/6 flyers without trample and drawbacks most of the time. I mean, you take a look at some of the 4-mana demons that we've had over the years. Tons of 4-mana 6/6s. Most of them don't have trample. All of them have drawbacks. This guy has no drawback, and he's still a 5/5, which is really solid. And his upside is pretty cool. I found cheating Toxrill into play, winning me games all the time. You know, cheating Etali into play and then getting Toxrill. Like, I miss seeing Toxrill make people cry. So being able to find a deck where I could slam a Toxrill onto the battlefield, make a bunch of slugs, and watch the opponent's board dwindle away was a great feeling. So I really enjoyed the deck. I think it was a lot of fun. I mean, for the most part, it's just Toxrill that's rotating. So if you already have the Toxrills, give it a try. It's a fun deck. It's really awesome. And if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing it, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out greatly, and I appreciate every single one of you that made it this far with me. Thanks, and I'll catch you on the next one.